Hello, my gorgeous Leos. How are you doing? Hit that like button for me. Today we are diving in to your reading. I have some oracle cards out and I'm going to dive in with the tarot. But the oracle cards speak about a karmic relationship, okay? You not knowing whether or not you should walk away, give up, or if you should keep having hope on this connection, okay? But you either way feeling really, really pulled between what the right thing to do here is, okay? This could be related to a parent. This could be related to gender identity. And this could be related to just a lot of confusion about things that you've gone through in your past that has been unresolved. So I see some mother issues, some daddy issues, some unresolved issues with your parents that's affecting your love life now in adulthood. You being confused about gays, lesbians, bis, bisexuals, non-binary, gender labels. Maybe you and your partner have different views about identity. Maybe you're part of the LGBT community, or they are. There's a difference in labels. Maybe there's stereotypes about what a man should do or what a woman should do that's weighed heavy on this relationship. And then not only that, I'm looking at having some self-control over maybe some frustration, some anger, some emotions that you didn't really let come to the surface about your heart and healing and what you love and who you love, and just taking time out to heal all of this, okay, Leo? So let's dive in with the tarot. First card out is the Devil card. Now, there's nothing to be scared of. That just talks about fear, insecurity, toxic traits and behaviors. Now, not only that, we do have some really heavy energy coming out, Leo, because then we've got the Seven of Swords underneath that, the Five of Swords underneath that, Seven of Cups, Death card, Seven of Pentacles. Now, this is a weighty energy. Now, listen, it's not a weighty energy in any other sense other than you are stressing about it in the mind and making this a way bigger situation than it needs to be. You keep telling yourself that you're not going to get love, that you're not going to get through this, that you're not going to come out of this. You feel like that you haven't celebrated a win or success or a happy moment in your life in a long time. You feel like what you've been manifesting has fallen short. You feel like you haven't got the heart or the emotions or the conviction to open up and love again. There's some weightiness around your heart. But I'm saying all of this stuff, and I don't even want to say it because I don't even want it to fall and hit you like a self-fulfilling prophecy, whereby you start to believe what I'm saying, because this is just a silly a niggling thought that you're having in your head that keeps telling you this isn't going to work, this isn't work, I'm not going to find the love of my life, I'm never going to be happy, this isn't going to work out, I messed up my last relationship, I messed this up, now I'm messing that up, I can never make it work, when am I ever going to get an enjoyment, a happy moment? I've been sad for so long, the last 3 years have been really, really shit, I haven't celebrated in a long, long time. All I hear is negative, reflective talk. Like, it's not even self-talk, it's just you're reflecting on your past. And if all you can look back on is a load of shit, then boy, hit the like. I'm right with you. I totally agree. The last 3 years have been painful, difficult. I haven't got much positive things to say, to be honest, either in my reality. But what I do try and do when it comes to these moments in time is I try and hold it together and think of the fact that I'm still alive now and I'm still breathing now, and I've learned a valuable lesson because of those past experiences. And actually, sometimes waiting for lengthy periods of times, like this 3-year window I see here, it allows you time to heal. It allows you time to get over things, yeah? Everyone thinks that something happens and something ends, or you walk away, or your heart breaks, or you have an argument, or whatever's gone on here, you believe in something that doesn't come true, whatever the case may be. Everyone thinks that just because it's happened and it's over and done, that's it. It's not the case. Next week is my dad's birthday, and he's passed away 3 years now. I haven't been fazed by his birthday at all. since his passing. Father's Day's been a little bit awkward. The anniversary of his death's been a little bit awkward. But the birthday's never been anything on my mind or radar. Stay with me, Leo. There's a story for a reason. But this year, just last week, I saw some posts pop up that reminded me of him. And I had floods of tears that come out. I was devastated. I felt like I was grieving that day in a way I had never grieved before. I was truly grieving my dad and the fact that his birthday was coming up next week. And I never felt that way before, up until last week. And it's going to be 3 years. And suddenly, I never cried like that over him, or over his memory, or over how much I missed him, and all this hurt inside of me started to rise up, and I didn't have that before. And then I just sat with myself and I thought, whoa, look how much time has gone, and all of that pain was still inside of me, all of those tears. It was like, this is a bit of an overshare, but I hope it finds you well, but it was a really drastic cry that just kind of hit me out of nowhere and slapped me in the face, and it halted me and my life at that moment. I had to take the day off work. I had to just pull away and clear my energy. I just had to take a minute to find self and center myself again, because I was even shocked that I was so rattled by something that happened such a long time ago, but only now is it hitting matter and hurting my heart. Yeah? So don't put time restraint on anything that you're going through, and don't feel obligated to leave the past behind, leave problems behind, solve and cure any element of self, because it takes real time. It's painful and it's hard, and a lot of the times it's reoccurring over and over again. Over and over again. And and every now and then when it reoccurs again, sometimes you say to yourself, oh, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just get over this? Why can't I just move on? Oh, you try to push the thought away. But that's the process of getting over it. That's the process of moving on. Is it hitting you again at a different space and time? Hitting you again at a different space and time? Hitting you again at a different space and time? They're gifts from God, because they're saying, how are you going to manage this now? How are you going to manage this in this environment? How are you going to manage it with these lot? How are you going to manage it with them? To the point where you can manage it in any situation and it no longer affects your well-being. That's when you're fully over it and you're going through it. You've been working on this a long time. You will come out the other end. Just be more honest with yourself, okay? There's nothing more beautiful than your ability to say, today I feel broken. I feel broken at this time. I feel like I'm going to be broken next week. I might be broken next month. I was broken last year. I was broken yesterday. But I'm trying and I'm working. I was broken last week. I'm okay today, but I might be broken again tomorrow. Couldn't tell you. Don't know yet. Will only know it when I wake up and feel it and receive the vibration from the universe. No idea how my higher self copes with this reality. No idea how my lower self copes with this reality. I'm just repeatedly trying to find the middle ground and walk this realm. Survive this lifetime. Yeah? It is really, really hard sometimes. It really, really is, Leo. And I see how much you're working as well. And you know what? The level of work I see you doing here, you will be victorious and it will pay off and your salary will increase, your money will increase, yeah? But you've got to be vulnerable and open. If you're applying to jobs, applying for anything financially, it's really important that you approach it really openly and honestly and speak about your financial situation, what you're going through and where you want to go. Make it really, really abundantly clear that how important this is to you. When you don't want to give too much leverage away to a boss or a partner or like any business dealings or anyone that you're getting to know and build a connection with. You don't want to put your heart too much on your sleeve, but it's important sometimes, yeah? Like anyone that you're going to work with and take up a contract with and kind of do any kind of business with, you want to let them know what you've been through in business before that. And often you want to hold parts back to make yourself look better, but in this instance it's like, this is what I've been through. I'm going to wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm going to let you know, because if you truly know the truth, you can make your decision then. If you're going to say no, then I'd rather you say no on that merit. than me trying to sell something to you and then you still say no. Same in a relationship. There's no point going, oh yeah, I'm good, happy, just trying to see if there's someone I want to date, don't really know if I want to be in a serious relationship. When if you, in your heart and soul, if you're like, nope, want to settle down, want to get married, want to have kids, want to have all of these things, but my last relationship was super shit, so I'm not sure what to do. Or I'm still broken from the past. Or there was someone that I was dating recently, thought I was going to be with them forever. In the end, it's broken down. We're not going to be together. I don't even know if I'm ready to move on, but I'm trying. Do you get what I mean? Whatever it is, just own it and wear it. Still grieving family members, but just trying to get back out there and see if there's anything for me. Whatever the case may be is, just find the go-between to just really own it. Sexy and beautiful to own it, all right? There's no need to hold back, because the world's looking for you. Someone out there's looking for you. Yeah, that's what's so awesome in this lifetime, is there's always someone out there looking for exactly what you have. Someone's dying to spend time with you, dying for a one-to-one with you, dying for your quality time and your touch and your love and your intimacy and your business ideas and your creative endeavors. Somebody wants that. Someone is manifesting you now. Someone is dreaming of you in their lives, and only you can create the gravity that's needed to move towards that, right? Because people only gravitate towards each other when the vibration's right. So how much of you is authentically you now? Because only when you are 100% you can what is destined for you find its way to you. Whilst you're putting up these blockages and barriers and shading 10% of you there and 14% of you there and 8% of you there, masking it in these different arenas and different pockets of space-time, different areas of your chakras being hidden from the rest of the world. That entity and that opposing vibration out there that's truly designed for you and wants a piece of you can't even find you, because you're shrouded and hidden still, wrapped in someone else's aura, wrapped in someone else's energy, doing and being what the rest of the world want you to be instead of doing and being you. You know? Shitty, isn't it? And that's what spiritual awakening is about. That's what the life journey is about. Us finding all of this shit and building, learning to build through it all. Like, this is the funniest story. I'm going to leave it, but it's for someone out here because I'm connecting with a Leo who's got some business ideas but also got love on the mind. Now, this is the funniest business model I heard, but this woman's making millions, I heard. She's bought out a whole range of I'm just going to call it ghetto fabulous, because that's what I would call it. Some ghetto fabulous makeup range. She's got a range of lip glosses that are selling out on her website, and the lipsticks are called gonorrhea, herpes, chlamydia. I mean, she's selling out lipsticks and they're branded after STDs, STIs. Who would think that we've got a millionaire over here branding lipsticks after sexually transmitted diseases, lip glosses at that? People are out here putting on gonorrhea lip gloss, chlamydia lip gloss, and they're selling out online. Like, imagine how scared you are to move forward with your own ideas, your creative ideas, and the out there wacky, wonderful things that you want to do. Do you know how long it took me to come up and step forward with my alien ideas, to do all the tech stuff I'm doing in business? I was so scared over and over again. Everyone's going to judge me, or it's going to look this way, or it's going to look that way. This person's going to think that person's going to think that. I'm not ready. I'll rather keep pretending to be this version of self or that version of self. Then I look over here and this bitch is making millions off a fucking chlamydia lip gloss. Then you're like, oh shit, I'm sleeping on myself again. Not believing in me and my potential again. Living up to somebody else's status quo again. Living up to society standards again. Scared to take risk again. holding on to past ideologies of who I am again. If I choose not to evolve, if I choose not to be more than I currently am, then what is going to remain? What is going to be there for me in the future? Last thing I'm going to say as well, I've spent a long time in this financial pay bracket that I've been in, the financial standing that I've been in for a really, really long time. And I always knew that I was going to advance in my career in major ways, but I didn't want to move until I had people to move with. I had a solid collective I could rely on, that I managed to onboard my family and friends, and they truly believed in me. I didn't want to leave without them without them packing up their stuff and coming with me. Metaphorically speaking, I wanted them on board. I wanted them to be disciples on my journey. And all these years, I got them on board for a period of time, but when the next idea came around, when the next level up, the next period of ascension came, they would always fall off. And I would have to go back around and try and convert them again. Come on, guys, don't give up. You believed in me before, believe in me again. I can't do this without you, is what I would tell myself. So I would stay doing the tarot and stay just doing the specific stuff I was doing in my career and doing the life coaching side of stuff, because in my mind I had to wait for the rest of the community to come with me. I needed them to believe in me first. I needed them to believe in the mission, and I needed them for me to believe in myself, I guess. And for me to even get to where I needed to go next in my career, I needed them to co-sign me, at least energetically, at least through likes and comments and subscribes, at least few views, because social media runs the world now, you know. And the revelation was, whoa, I don't need any of them. Sounds rude, sorry if you're listening, friends and family from the past, but I don't really need any of you, to be fair. And actually, it's been such a slow, long fucking haul of me trying to get you to believe, of me trying to bring you on my journey. And all whilst I was trying to bring you on my journey, I was speaking another language. I was selling myself short. I was playing myself down. I was communicating in less intelligent ways just to fit into arenas that hadn't matured or evolved or grown like I had. I've grown. And I've outgrown all of you times. All of you guys, I've outgrown you 5 times over. But I'm just staying here because I'm waiting for you guys to grow, so you can come with me. Because I don't want to outgrow all of you guys and leave. I want to make millions with you. I want to make billions with you. I want to onboard you to everything that I'm doing. I want us to win and succeed together. I want us to be rich together. Can we go and get rich together? If you know about that viral reel, you know. But no one ever was willing. Of clear periods of hype and clear success and clout, everyone's on board. But every day isn't clout. Every day isn't a festival. Every day isn't an event. Every day isn't a big payout. Currently. So you've got to realize the big days, the big celebrations, the big wins, which is what you're looking at, Leo, because you keep looking at these big wins. They come and go. And I'm telling you now, not having a big win for 3 years looks like a real good thing in this economy. Because when it does come round and that win truly does hit you, it's going to be self-sustaining and it's going to be long-lasting. And anyone else who couldn't stick it out with you in the arena for those 3 years while you were struggling, boy, are they not going to get a piece of the pie. Unfortunately. And I always say shit like that and I feel guilty. And it's like, well, there's nothing to even feel guilty of. You try to carry everyone and take everyone in and take everyone on board and build and be and do all of these things, include everyone else. If they cannot last, if they couldn't keep going with you when you weren't in the festival vibe, in the event vibe, when you weren't getting that big win, when they weren't getting a big payout, when they weren't getting all these opportunities, then what can you do? You can't just hold on and hope that when you win again, they'll arrive again, because that's exactly what will happen. You will win again and they will arrive again. And then you'll be living your life again, and so will they. They'll go off and do their own thing. If you're looking for devotees and dedication from people, you're never going to find it from your own initial rock pool more times. Unless you're already rich, yeah? Because money talks. So unless you're already rich and overly abundant, raking it in, then everyone's going to see that and they're immediately going to do whatever you say, and they'll act like they're your best friend, and you can onboard them for life. They'll be a disciple for life because they're getting paid to be. But when you're coming through and you're just looking for love and reciprocation, and you've got creativity and heart doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately. Love doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately. And that's the saddest thing of all, because it probably it should. I wish it did. But it doesn't, does it? So you can't get the right people around you with love alone, without years and years of work. Our last story and I'm out. And I shared this with another sign. I think it was either Scorpio or Cancer, yeah? But I let them know how all of this time that you just kind of give of yourself, giving all of your love to everyone, until you can realize whether or not you're getting enough back and it's reciprocal or not, then you're just going to be trapped in a cycle. I gave the example to Scorpio about WhatsApp, and how for a long period of time, when I really started to rebrand the business and realize I was going to be going in a much bigger direction in my career, I was on WhatsApp and I was trying to truly understand how we communicate with each other through it. And it was me really going, okay, well, my closest people are gonna respond to me straight away. I need people on my WhatsApp and friends and family around that get back to me immediately. If someone really loves you and values your time, then they're going to respond to you in a timely fashion. Not 2 weeks later, not 4 weeks later. Why does it take so long to respond to me? What if I was in serious need? What if that was a really, really important message? We all use WhatsApp now more than we use anything else, really, at least in my opinion and in my community. So if you're taking such a long time to respond to my WhatsApp, what is that telling me about you and our relationship, and whether or not it is or isn't reciprocal? This was me 3 years ago. Even longer than that, I've been working on WhatsApp, doing a lot of different stuff. So after acknowledging that, I sat with that, and for 3 years, I really started to just kind of program my kind of WhatsApp to make sure I only received the energies and gave my time to those that would give me time back in reciprocation, yeah? And this is different for if you're not really a business person, but it just made me aware of who has time for me and who doesn't, and who I can truly open up to and who I can't. And it felt weird to do that at the time, because I changed my number, got a brand new WhatsApp, didn't give anyone my number necessarily, and just made it a really safe space for me to voice note people freely about how I was feeling and really own self. And as a result now, everyone from my old ecosystem, family and friends, they've got my number, but I mean, I WhatsApp them once in a blue moon. They get back to me 100 years later. I don't even really bother with them on the platform. sounds really rude if you're listening. Sorry, guys, it's true. But now I have a whole community around me of light beings that I've met all online, who I speak to personally, who I can go to for anything in my life. I'm sad and I'm broken, I'm depressed, I'm lonely, I'm hurting, I'm crying. Believe it or not, I have someone on my WhatsApp who hasn't even met me in real life, but I've known for over 3 years through Instagram, YouTube, social media, WhatsApp, who I can go to and who loves me. And I actually feel love. I've got people that I call sister, like you're right, not like you're right sis, like we say on road, but actually soul sisters and a soul tribe. And I've always kind of wanted a soul tribe actually, and I always been screaming about it. And I guess back in the past on my old accounts I was developing that culture, but it didn't go well and it wasn't the healthiest. And to actually read this message to you today and sit back and go, wow, actually 3 years on, haven't had a massive celebration about it, but actually I do have a handful of people that I can put my life in their hands and they will absolutely nurse me back to good health. And boy, have I missed that. Boy, have I been longing for that all of my life. So take the wins where you can get it, take that story where it resonates, but it's about making sure you have that network of people around you that are genuinely sincere, genuinely there for you, care about you, love you, receive you, you know, are willing to be there for you. And it's not forced, it's not extra, it's not they're obligated to do it because they've known you for all these years or you're paying them to do it. It's because they resonate with you and they love you for who you are and you can be yourself with them. And it's so fun and it makes you laugh. Like, I'm not going to go on the ins and outs of personal information that these awesome souls have, but some of their qualities and their quirks in my soul tribe, it just shakes me up and it makes me smile so massively because I'm like, oh my God, that's my friend. Like, that's my soul sister. Like, that person's in my soul tribe and that is how they behave. That's their personality every day. And in those moments, it just makes me laugh and it makes me feel so whole and so rich internally because I could never have that with my mom or my brother or my cousins or family and friends that I've kind of grown up with from the local community, because what I was craving from my soul tribe was twice removed from what I already had in reality. That's why social media is so important. That's why it's so beautiful. Because now I get to have weird, quirky connections that really mirror my weird and quirky connections. And they're people from all over the globe coming with these qualities that I've long been desiring to share about me. And I can be that version of me more so when I'm with them because they're also into those things. Those goofy, weird, wacky, silly conversations, those different hobbies and interests that no one around me was ever into. But now, I've got someone to talk to about it. And that is the real riches of life. And that's the real things we should be striving for. Those kind of relationships, those kind of moments in time. Yeah? So don't lose hope, darlings. Really, really don't. And just look at what you've got, because something's telling me, although you don't feel like you've got all the success, you've definitely got rid of everyone that shouldn't be in your ecosystem and around you, and whoever is remaining is meant to be there. And you know what's even more beautiful is when you fall down, and you really, really fall down into the gutter, when you get out and you dust yourself off and you clean yourself up and you get yourself stable again, because it is a fucking process, and you finally be able to sit down and have a cup of tea and just put your feet up for a hot minute, you'll be able to look around and see who's still around and who did or didn't make it, or who you did talk to. And I mean, there's a period of time where you're going to grieve because you would assume other people would be with you at this point, or you feel like no one is around. But be aware of who is around in a way in which you didn't feel like they would be. Start acknowledging who did make it, who still talks to you, who still loves you, who still cares, who still makes time, who still makes you feel good, who you can rely on. Yeah? Because there is always someone. There is. Be proud of yourself for how far you've come, Leo, okay? Please do hit that like and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with more.